John's in the US.
And Peter's from the UK.
John lives in Kraków.
And Peter's visiting Kraków.
Oh, yes. We love Poland.
But we are not Polish. We are Polish?
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we are live in person. Live as in recorded.
Yes.
We're definitely in person. I've got in front of me Jonathan Nett in 3 dimensions.
And Peter, your eyes, they still sparkle, you know?
Jonathan, your smile is a thing of beauty. It's designed for podcasts.
Oh, stop it. So, how's it going, Peter? What brought you to Kraków?
Kraków is my favorite city in Poland. Sorry, Warsaw.
Oh,
And then in Warsaw, I love Warsaw, but it's my second favorite city. Kraków is where my heart lies.
Yeah, I think this brings back to what? To 1 year ago. Yeah, we had this conversation back when I lived in Warsaw about a year ago. And what happened, Peter? I think I wanted to try something new, change to a new leaf, a new chapter.
I was trying to unpick what that was about it. You just weren't getting on in Warsaw, and somehow Kraków was calling you.
I think Kraków had more of that cozy, for me, this is just my opinion, but it had a more cozy feeling to it. So I decided to give it a try. And it sounds like maybe you feel the same way, or why is Kraków your favorite city?
Kraków is my favorite city. I mean, this is where my wife studies
Okay.
As a young lady. She's from a village not far from here. So my first interface with Poland in physical sense was flying into Kraków. In 1990, I think it was 1992, we flew in. The arrivals hall, you could say at Police Airport, is exactly how it is today. It's a very nice airport today. We flew from London via. There was no direct flight. We flew via Germany. I think it might have been Frankfurt. I remember the transfer there. They stuck us on a bus and they took us right to the very far apron. And then we climbed aboard this aeroplane with propellers.
Propellers. Oh, wow.
First and last time I've been on a plane with props.
Okay.
And flew into this. It was nothing more than a shed, really.
Okay.
We were standing on the cold tarmac in the snow, and they were processing us. One thing I do recall is that the cost of that flight was more than it is today, and that was 30 plus years ago.
Wow, the cost of that flight was more 30 plus years ago.
It was a Christmas flight, so it was more expensive, but we saved up all year.
Wow.
Two of us to come home for Christmas.
Okay, great. So now it's changed. So Peter, what, over the years, because you still live in Warsaw now, as the intro implies already, have you seen any changes in Kraków every year when you come visit?
Yes, I'd say, for better and for worse.
Okay.
In many ways. For better is, the city's much more regulated now. It's a bit like I'd say the Wild West is an exaggeration, but literally parking anywhere and everywhere. Any little bit of tarmac or concrete you could find, there'd be a car pulled up on that. It would have been very difficult to negotiate the streets with a wheelchair or a pushchair back then. And that's all changed. The road surfaces were terrible. That's all changed. And also it was all very local Polish brands. And I have to say, today it's, there's a footprint of international brands. As you walk around the city, is familiar brands. McDonald's.
Sure.
But the charm of the city remains as it was. Still a lot of independent retailers, independent cafes and restaurants. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you can probably tell, we are going completely unscripted today. We've got no plan. We've got no running order. I don't know what John's going to talk about. John doesn't know what I'm going to talk about. We're in his beautiful apartment, perched on the precarious banks of the Wisła River in Kraków, on the southern bank. We're enjoying meeting each other for the first time, we reckon, in almost a year.
Almost a year. It's been too long.
Far too long. Why don't we do this every week?
I know.
So let's just see how we get on. We thought, well, let's have an overriding theme of the podcast today. And we thought, well, where are we?
We are in Kraków.
So what's our theme?
I believe it's going to be about Kraków.
You know what? Let's try and fit in some of our regular features, one of which is my Polish thing of the week.
Bring it on.
Polish thing of my week.
Oh, by the way, we have beer.
We do have beer.
And for those watching on video,
Na zdrowie.
na zdrowie. And that wasn't a sound effect added.
No. See, there's proof here.
Everything's better with beer. So I was in an appointment on the way down from Warsaw through Kraków down to my family home in the south of Poland, and we made a administrative appointment on the way down here. And it just so happened that I dropped my wife off. She went in first. I went and parked the car. And I came back into the building looking for her. It was like 5 stories, and everyone was exactly the same. 12 doors down a corridor. So I went to the first floor, second floor, and eventually somebody found me and said, "Do you mogę pan pomóc? Can I help you, sir?" And I said, "Oh, szukam żony." And literally, I said to him, "I'm looking for my wife." And I think what I probably said was, "I'm looking for a wife." And he must have thought I'd wandered into a marriage bureau or something like that. He gave me this funny old look and started laughing. So, yeah, that was a bit awkward.
Yeah, that might have been a bit awkward.
What about you, John? Anything going on Polish-wise?
Now let's see, Polish-wise going on. We are back. I think things are getting warmer now in Kraków. Although we've had a few days where the nights are becoming minus degrees again.
Yeah, it's not going away, is it?
So we're hanging in there. But other than that,
I think you can blame me for these cold nights.
Yeah,
I literally just swapped my tires over to summer tires, and as I was driving away from the garage, there were flecks of snow.
Yes, we had -2 the other day. So it's hanging on.
That wasn't the worst thing that's come my way this week. I was hiking in the Pieniny Mountains, and there's still a bit of snow up top.
Yeah.
And my son, being quite outward bound and ambitious, took us way off piste, and we saw these footprints in the snow.
Uh-oh.
And the fear was that there was a bear. And we had this conversation. You were hiking in the Tatras.
Yeah.
And we were glad that you weren't eaten. And my first thought was bears, but actually it turned out to be a wolf footprint.
Okay. And how did you guys figure out it was a wolf print?
We Googled it.
Yeah, took a picture, Googled
it, and it matched the wolf. And it was really fresh. You could see crisp.
Surprisingly, Poland does have a decent population of wolves. I mean, scattered around. I don't know how many. Do you know? We have Google at our fingertips.
So do our readers and listeners. We don't have any readers.
We do not have any Google at our fingertips. We actually have the knowledge on top of our head, because we'll tell you right now.
And this is on camera. People can see.
Oh, that's right.
Oh dear.
So let's see. Let's just take a look here. Yeah. As of 2024 to 2026, so between those couple years, there are approximately 2,000 to over 3,000 wolves in Poland.
Doesn't seem many.
I would say, scattered around Poland, that's quite a bit.
Yeah.
So you guys probably almost ran into a wolf.
I wouldn't know what to do if a wolf came up here.
I would think it's probably not. It wouldn't be just one.
Oh. Would you think I could take it down?
I think you could, Peter. Just give it a little roundhouse kick.
I need to sharpen up on my martial arts next time I go hiking.
Now tell us, Peter, you are visiting Kraków.
Yes.
What do you hope from this visit? We are here today, right? So after this recording, what would you like to do? And then I'll tell you guys what I hope to do with Peter. And it definitely starts with a Z, ends with an A, or if it's in plural, an I.
Okay, this sounds
maybe not doing, but eating.
It's going to be food or drink related.
Well,
I'm going to suggest food related.
It's going to be food.
Now, when we recorded on our very early Polish podcast, you did your food of the week. And that was Zapiekanka.
It is.
Is that where we're heading?
It was, and it is certainly where we're headed. Yeah.
Good. Well, I'm going to try a few variations. I'm going to go for standard. And go slightly off center.
What are you thinking?
Left field, something like maybe Gura or Pogorasku, maybe sheep's cheese.
Oh,
your cranberry.
Did you say that correctly this time? So,
done.
So we're going for like a Highlander.
Yeah. Exactly that.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh, that's a good one.
If I'm true to my Scottish heritage, I'm a bit of a Highlander myself.
Okay, well, I
Mhm.
think in a couple previous podcasts, I said the Highlander
Yeah.
was my
It
favorite.
doesn't take long, ladies and gentlemen, before we start repeating us. It really does.
That's gonna be a
We're
lot of
only at
editing.
episode 12. Here we are. Oh, dear.
So
Mm.
okay.
So listen, here's a question for you.
Mhm.
You've arrived in Krakow. What's the thing that makes
Mhm.
you feel like you're here? What is it that
Yeah.
you enjoy about being in Krakow?
So I think, are we comparing the cities, or are we just speaking about Krakow on
Let's
its own?
just speak Krakow.
Yeah, yeah.
What's sort of
Mhm.
unique or
Mhm.
distinctive? What do you love about it?
So for me, I would say Krakow. It's a city that is not too big, but it's
Mhm,
also not a tiny city, right? It's, for me, it's right in the middle, where you have, okay, you have a fair amount of tourism,
mhm.
people visiting around, but you're still able to walk around and not feel overwhelmed by the people around you. So it still has that cozy atmosphere, as I've mentioned before. As you've said, they've kept the history, the architecture is very nice. It's very cute.
Thank God,
Yeah.
the place wasn't destroyed during the Second
Right.
World War like so much of Europe was.
Right. Right. Right.
And that means that the marketplace, the
Yeah.
Rynek
Yeah.
Główny,
Yeah.
is beautifully preserved.
Yeah.
It's the largest medieval marketplace in Europe,
Okay. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's a glorious place,
Mm,
really
mm,
lovely space. Have
absolutely.
you listened to the Hey Now being played on the hour every hour?
Tell us about
The
this,
trumpet
because
tune?
I have a feeling we have something related to Hey Now, or do we even do
We do
that?
on one of our jingles. Yes. Hey Now, the thing you didn't know that you thought you knew.
Are we still doing that?
I think we can. Why don't we call this bit?
Hey now! A Polish fact you didn't know you didn't know.
All right, tell us.
Oh well, the when you're actually on the Rynek Główny on the hour, the trumpeter up top of this Mariacki
Yeah.
church
Mm-hmm.
plays it's actually a warning trumpet tune out of the top out of the top of the tower, and it cuts off at a specific point. During the 13th century, when the city was being attacked by the Tatars, the trumpeter that was trying to warn the city of the attack was shot with an arrow
In the
at the
throat.
point. I don't know exactly where.
I think it was the
Was
throat.
it the throat?
Ah,
He lost his blowing
yeah.
ability,
Yeah, it went.
dropped his horn,
Ah.
and traditionally now the Hey Now stops at exactly that point.
And that's where the saying comes from.
Which one?
I don't know. I just made that up.
Okay.
Dropping your horn.
Should we open another beer?
Sure.
We'll go to an ad
added.
break, open another beer, and see you on the other side. Welcome back to part 2 of Polish, episode 12, beer number 3.
I think it's beer number 3. Yeah.
Okay, this one is Pienińskie Narodowo Jaśle Pełne.
Oh,
Very nice, very
okay.
smooth.
Very good. Very good.
Before the break, we were talking about what it is we love about Krakow.
Yeah.
And I think I might have stolen John's thunder there.
No thunder. You're giving us history. I just think I feel bad because I didn't give you a full, a complete answer. I was giving you the architecture, the coziness.
You left me too much space, and I filled it. You should just keep talking, and I'll try and shut up.
What did I like about Krakow so much? Maybe I did answer it. I'm going to stick with the fact that I've done a fair amount of traveling. I've seen big cities. I've visited big cities. I've visited very small cities. Cute little cities, for example, Bergen, going to Norway. That's off the coast. It's about 350,000 people. Krakow is
700.
yeah. So right, and I thought Bergen was such a quaint little cute area, but my God, does it rain so much over there? And 350 to 400 is relatively, quite a small city still. So everybody knows each other. It feels like but so Krakow really is in that middle where you feel like you're seeing something new, every time you go out, every time you walk around, but you also feel like you're at home. You're not overwhelmed by these giant skyscrapers.
Yes.
Some people love that, right? They go and live in New York for that exact reason. But for me, I think this is just a perfect middle ground. So that's it. I think that's the best answer I can give you for now.
Good answer.
After 1 year,
yeah, a lot of people I've spoken to who live here complain about the weather, but you're saying you lived in Norway.
Oh yeah.
And I guess you haven't got the daylight there that you have here.
Right. And just to remind you and whoever's listeing that I'm also I've lived
If anyone's
for the two people listening is that I've 2000. I've lived in Oregon for almost 20 years, and Oregon is notoriously wet of a state. It's a beautiful green state, but it is green for a reason, So when it comes to rain, I'm used to it. When it comes to the cold, I got that in Norway. So Poland, the weather isn't that extreme in the end. At least not now.
You had a pretty severe winter, didn't you?
Yeah. We had a good one, and apparently 20 years ago, it used to be quite cold in Poland, I've been told.
Yeah, we talk about there's a sort of great things on what they used to be. I'd say this winter was as cold as I've ever remembered.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it really was.
Okay.
But, I wasn't living in Poland previously. When you visit and it's cold, you kind of you're in, you're out again. But actually, sort of living through a whole winter, beginning to end, it felt like a bit of an endurance.
Yeah.
I was up in the balmy north, up in Warsaw. It only went down to -22 up there.
Oh my
God!
Only,
and I've said it before. Everything still worked absolutely fine.
Okay.
Which I love about Poland. Here's a little known Polish fact for you.
Okay, tell us.
The Kraków has the highest concentration of bars and restaurants per square kilometer than any other city in the world.
No, in the world, that sounds made up. All right.
Made up by AI? Do you think ChatGPT would let me down?
No, ChatGPT never lets anybody down.
It's only about 30% wrong most of the time. And that's the same technology that's going to drive autonomous cars. So to know that 70% of the time you're not going to hit pedestrians is quite reassuring, isn't it?
Yeah, very reassuring. So wear a helmet. But okay, so
talking about cars, you don't drive, do you, John? Have you driven in Poland?
Not in Poland, no. Europe, yes, but not in Poland.
Right. You have a driving license.
Yes.
You're not currently a car owner in
Correct.
Poland, right? So I think we'll do a whole episode on driving at some point in the future and Polish roads and habits. But there's one thing specifically about Kraków that I've suddenly remembered was when I first drove along the Aleja Słowackiego, which is like sort of one of the inner bypasses that goes around the old town. They had this fantastic system. This was 30 years ago. Fantastic system where at every set of traffic lights there was a display board that indicated flashed up a speed. It could be 15 or 20 or 25. If you traveled at that speed indicated, the next set of lights would be green.
Okay.
And then ones after that, it may then go up to 15 or maybe go down to 5 or up to 20 or whatever. You just obeyed it, and everybody obeyed it. Sped up, slowed down, green.
And it was quite organized.
It was brilliant. And I remember coming from, the sophisticated roads of Western Europe thinking, why don't we do this? But they're taking it away now. And now it's just carnage. The traffic just stacks up.
Oh, how interesting. So it worked well. Do you think they took it away because, just the fact that there were more and more people, the population went up, so it's hard to control that anymore?
I think you're right. I think, more traffic feeding in from the side roads meant that probably didn't work much more. And then you start building in bus lanes and taxis and bike lanes and Ubers and all of that. Probably necessary.
Okay. Since we're hopping and skipping all over in Kraków today, Peter, I wanted to ask you: is there a museum that you would like to recommend to people visiting Kraków? And I personally have a few of them.
Let me hear your choice.
Yeah. So I would say you have your typical museums, right? That every time you go somewhere, oh, you must go to this one,
Yeah.
and it gets a bit old. So
Great artwork,
yeah,
some
yeah,
great
yeah.
artifacts.
So I would say the one that you perhaps might not have heard of is the Stained Glass Museum.
Oh,
And a student told me about this one.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
They have the same, let's say the same area they had, hundreds of years ago, still the same place. The workshops are still in the same
they
area.
maintain
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. You can go
Wonderful.
in there and make your own necklace or and whatnot, your bracelets, whatever you'd like. But again, the same workshops that they had way back when it was so they didn't change much, and you get to see this old artwork of stained glass.
It's a very beautiful art.
It is.
Wonderful.
I mean, it's
What I'll do is I'll drop a link in the episode description
sure.
once we've found out.
Yeah. So I've been recommended if you go there, to get the package, you need to not only have the museum visit, but the workshop as well. So you can come out with a little, gift that you've created, trinkets that you've made by yourself. Yeah.
I have to say, traveling through Europe, traveling around the world, and visiting cathedrals and churches, it's always the stained glass windows that catch
Sure.
the eye.
Right.
And they're deliberately so. They're designed to catch the light and project the light. Beautiful art.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Any other museums catch your eye here?
so apart from your typical National Museum, the Banksy Museum,
Banksy.
yeah.
So he's the British graffiti.
Yeah,
Do they have a museum here?
They do. They have a little one. So look, things like this. Of course, the Schindler's Factory. You must take some time to visit. This was if you're into this history.
Yeah.
But I would like to hear from you, Peter. Give us a museum that perhaps we haven't heard of before.
Okay, now you're putting me on the spot. I mean, my answer is going to sound a little bit vanilla, but sometimes vanilla ice cream, when it's well done, can be delicious.
I agree.
If anyone visits Kraków and they head into the Ep.12, they need to seek out the museum that sits under Szukienice, which is it's a museum of the city. So when they renovated the Market Square a few years back, and they excavated some fantastic chambers down there, and they uncovered all sorts of stuff.
I've heard great things about this museum.
Great things about it. And I went there relatively recently, and you know what? I'm a little bit blasé when it comes to museums. This one blew me away.
Wow.
It really did. The interpretation was amazing. The presentation was fantastic. It was contemporary. It was engaging. It was beautifully streamed and sequenced. I knew exactly what was going on. It's for Polish and international visitors. Start to finish, kept me engaged. Really, really, really wonderful stuff. So the entrance is quite disguised. It's right at the Mariacka end of the Szukienice in the Grand Square. You just find a little doorway and it sneaks down some stairs, and there you are.
Wow.
Highly recommend it.
Great to hear. I still have yet. Now, I'm about to embarrass myself for more than usual. My parents came to visit me in Kraków last year, and they have visited this museum, but I have not.
So what were you doing when they were wandering around on their own?
Working.
No.
I know.
Couldn't even take a day off when you were for your own parents.
I did. I took many days off, but on this day they went to a museum. It was a rainy day, so
Right. Well, best place to go is a museum.
Yeah.
That one extends under the feet of tourists that walking around the market.
So I've heard. Okay, great. And if anybody is having a bit of an off day, let's say, I would personally recommend the Wax Museum in Kraków.
Oh, okay. So it's what, like effigies of celebrities?
Oof. That's to put it, you're putting it nicely. Celebrities.
Is it shit?
No, it's, in case anyone is listening and is from Kraków, but and working on these type of wax models.
Tirelessly.
Yeah.
The joke there is that this is our fourth take.
This is I'm struggling. I would say that these are quite interesting to visit. I would definitely have a go at it and let us know if you were able to go through the entire museum without tears running down your cheeks at some point, either from laughter or from sadness or both.
Right.
Let us
Why would
know.
it be sad?
Because it's so bad.
Dear me. This is, I doff my hat to all of those people tirelessly working there.
It's
who are
just
now
terrible.
switching off in their droves. Is it really bad?
Oh, it's pretty bad.
Oh, dear.
I would say if you go on Google Maps and you just search the Wax Museum in Krakow, you immediately get the Mr. Bean's and Wolf.
So it's sort of like
Woof.
it's like sort of already 20, 30 years behind the curve.
It's bad.
Yeah. Has he got anyone in there we may even recognize from today?
I'm surprised well, the Queen is there. Yeah.
Dead.
Just like the Wax Museum.
Wow.
So, yeah.
There we go. There we go. The Wax Museum, everybody.
Yeah,
Avoid.
Yeah.
What?
Maybe not avoid. I would say
Okay,
you
well,
know, on an off day, go visit.
The accusation of the Polish podcast is we're not objective. You know, everything is great. Oh, we love Poland. We're amazing.
Yeah.
And the only time we're ever negative is when we talk about smog. We're not going to talk about this.
Oh, we are not. We are not. I didn't even hear you.
S word. But we're also now got the Wax Museum to throw into the things we don't necessarily like about Poland.
Yeah. But that's all right. You know why? Because Peter's British.
Yeah.
And John is
some sort of freak from France and America and Norway.
So it's all right. I think a little bit of banter about Poland once in a while is
that's
okay.
fine because I don't think the Wax Museum are on my list of potential sponsors.
Right. That doesn't necessarily reflect the Polish culture, does it?
No, it really doesn't. John.
Peter.
I think it's time for our 3 in 10.
Bring it on.
Bring it on.
3 in 10.
So 3 in 10 is where we take turns to ask each other to name 3 things in 10 seconds. The scores are currently, now I've had some beer, I think it's 5-all.
Okay, I think it is 5-all.
Yeah, this is our 12th episode. So how can it be 5-all?
Now, Peter.
I know, sorry, go on.
Yeah, I actually just want to add, because I thought about this last week. So for the listeners also, so we have, some so we have some witnesses.
Right.
Yeah, you can edit some of that out. So
mm-hmm.
So we can have some witnesses, and that we should win by 2. Yeah, not necessarily the first person to 20, but it has to be a win by 2.
Because the Polish podcast may not last 20 episodes.
Well, no, not necessarily. It's just because it seems like we are quite toe to toe on
level pegging.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
level pegging is
by 2 at one point.
I was
so in the future when one of us gets ahead by 2,
then
the other one has to perform a song in Polish.
Right. So everybody listening
by the other one.
Yeah. And could you say again, level-headed pegging?
Level pegging.
Level pegging.
I don't know where headed came from.
Oh.
I think that was a beer-related additional word.
God, so much editing out. I hope I can help you in this editing.
I'm not editing this out. John, I've got 2 options for you here. Do you want a Polish 3 in 10 or a non-Polish 3 in 10?
I think we're going to go for a non-Polish this time.
Non-Polish, just as well, because I think I might offend some people with my Polish one. Right. So, here we go. You told me earlier you were born in France and you lived there for 8 years. So you spent most of your adult life in the state of Oregon in the US. In 10 seconds, I want you to name 3 of the 10 largest towns in Oregon.
Okay, I'm going to say Eugene, Portland, and Salem. If it's not Salem, it's going to be Sun River. And then, I would say Pendleton, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I would give you 3 out of 3 there.
Okay. So
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, going from the top, Portland.
Okay.
Did you say Portland?
Yeah, I did say Portland.
And you said Eugene.
Eugene, I said.
And what was the other one you said?
So I mentioned a few. So Salem, Sun River.
Yeah, you've got the top 3 there.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Is that too easy?
And I did mention, if you've ever had the bourbon, Pendleton. Whiskey.
Not in there,
not in there, but I had to say it just because
absolutely.
It's good whiskey. If you guys ever had their bourbon, I forget which one it is, but anyways, whiskey or bourbon, I can't remember.
Bourbon, isn't it? If it's not from Ireland or Scotland.
Okay. So bourbon. My apologies.
I mean, video viewers will see me going whiskey. with inverted
Okay.
commas. Air inverted commas.
Okay, so probably bourbon. Yeah. So, all right.
Wow. Well, woof, there we go. Bang. 6-5.
Okay, so we're gonna have to do something similar for next episode about. Would you like something that includes all of Great Britain, or should I stick to like bam, just the just Britain or the UK?
Where I'm from, or maybe.
Okay. Oh.
Ooh.
Ooh, okay. I got it. I got it. So stay tuned for the next time. I'm gonna have some questions for Peter related to Ipswich. Stay tuned.
Let's call that the end of part 2.
Okay.
Take an ad break, get a beer. We'll see you on the other side. Welcome back to part 3 of episode 12 of Polish. We're celebrating today with beer. The latest one is now Bieninskie IPA. Piwo jasne, so it's a light beer.
Okay.
Niepasteryzowane. Big word. Niepasteryzowane.
So it's not pasteurized.
It's not paste. You say
Alright.
pasteurized.
Pasteurized.
Are
Sorry.
you French?
God, I know it's terrible.
Pasteurized is named after
Pasteurization.
Louis Pasteur.
That's the one.
Louis Pasteur.
That's the one.
And it's also niefiltrowane.
So not filtered.
It's
Oh.
Polish.
I'm getting better at this. Not that it sounded
speak Polish?
exactly like English.
Right, now, this is an unprecedented move for Polish podcast. Normally, about a fortnight after every episode, we get people complaining about the facts we get wrong. Today,
This is a good look, by the way.
we're live, and John has fact-checked whilst I'm pouring the beer, and I've been looking at his fridge whilst he wasn't here, which I'll talk to you about later.
Yeah.
It's worth waiting for.
Yeah,
John has fact-checked me on my statement that Kraków has the highest concentration of bars and cafes per square kilometre in the world.
Yeah.
John,
Yeah. So apart from my sad, fridge in the kitchen, that put Peter in a very, very depressed state.
I'm in a funk.
Yeah, he's in a funk. So to put him even more of a funk, though, unfortunately, he did say Kraków had, the highest concentration of bars and cafes in the world. He didn't say Europe, he said the world. And I thought that sounded a bit, not so correct. I know Spain already, just for bars, they have the highest, concentration per, let's say, square kilometer, but just for the bars in Europe. Yeah, this is Spain. I think it was, I don't know if it's Barcelona or probably, let's say, or Madrid. Yeah, it turns out, that the highest in the world for restaurants and cafes
Is Kraków.
is not.
No?
It's Lisbon, Portugal.
You know what? Coming second to Lisbon is not a bad thing.
Sure, but it's not Poland, unfortunately.
No?
It
What?
looks like, it looks like we also had Paris in there.
Oh.
Yeah, we are. Let's
No,
see.
normally we have a go at the French, don't we?
Yeah,
Because,
we do.
What can we pull them up on this week?
Oof, we could say like the highest concentration per cafes and cigarette smoking
Oh my gosh.
per square kilometer. That would be good.
Is smoking in public banned in public places
Oh,
banned in
jeez.
France now?
I mean, even if it is, do they really follow that? Anybody listening? Have you been to Paris lately?
So you're saying Lisbon?
Yeah,
Paris?
New York,
York?
probably. Which that's not so surprising.
Yeah. So you used AI to
I
give us
did.
this
I did.
yeah.
But what did you use again?
AI.
Oh my goodness. So there you have it. Anyone using AI, are we really safe?
That's our 70%, isn't it?
I start 70%.
So if we put this into our autonomous vehicle, we'd have hit
So, how do we know? How do we know?
anymore.
How do we know? How
Well, I
does
do
anyone know? How will they know?
How will they know? What I do know is that AI is something that AI can't tell us, is the contents of your fridge, John. So whilst you're in the loop during our latest ad break.
And before you keep going, Peter, I just want to throw in there, I have zero tolerance for food waste. So I'm just throwing that in there as you continue.
Yeah, there's nothing to waste in that food. Literally a cucumber, an onion, and they look like some old milk.
A few sauces and a milk. Yeah.
It's a bachelor's fridge, John.
It's not a bachelor's fridge. It's a fridge of I do my grocery shopping every Monday morning, and I use everything throughout the week. And by Saturday, whatever I need left for the weekend, I buy.
Yeah.
But that reduces waste, Peter. And I really think people waste, and I take it from me. I've lived in the US long enough. Yeah. Americans waste so much food. They have this obsession that they need to keep a fridge full at all times. Yeah. And I think this is the wrong way of saying.
The fridge is disappointingly small.
It's already.
I have to say, when I met you in Warsaw and we were playing squash, I was quite surprised by the weight of your backpack. And you'd say, "Oh no, I've just been to Biedronka and they got some offers on the meat."
Yes.
And you had this like rancid meat.
It was not rancid.
The temperature whilst we're playing squash.
Peter,
Warsaw sun.
It was a hot Warsaw sun. You mean the sun at 12 Celsius?
I've got one more line on Kraków.
Go on, Peter. Tell us one more line before we can go out and get more beers here soon.
And before you jump onto your ChatGPT thread, did you know, John, that Kraków is one of the oldest universities in the world?
In the world. So we're talking about, apart from Oxford, apart from, Morocco, apart from, all of these universities. We're even
one in Egypt.
We're Egypt.
It's amongst them.
Yeah, it's amongst them. Okay, so let's say the top, 50?
Name me any of the graduates from those universities.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll work on that while you tell us more about this university.
The star guy, the gravity guy.
Our man.
Our great Pole. We need to do an episode on him.
Yeah, sure.
But for now, I'll just leave you with a childhood joke.
Okay, tell us the childhood joke.
Well, we used to call him Papa Knickers.
What?
It's like the worst superhero in the world.
That's the joke?
Yeah. Listen, we've kept our long enough. I suppose they need to get around to getting on with whatever they do in their days.
Okay.
I have a really big question. No, I've got a really big favour I'd like to ask our listeners. Will any of you write to me and tell me how funny we are?
Oh.
How good my blog is? I'm really disappointed how few of you have subscribed to my blog.
There are no reviews?
No.
Oh.
Not yet.
Okay.
So
Peter's waiting.
The next person who subscribes to my blog, I will send them an exclusive money can't buy present. Through the post using InPost, that great Polish courier.
Okay.
And all I need to do is trust me with their postal address, or indeed their nearest InPost locker.
And you guys must trust Peter because he puts a little bit of that British accent. It's not InPost, it's InPost. Yeah, so he's being serious about this. Yeah,
absolutely. Yes, whatever John said. So you read my blog, don't you, John? Because you're a subscriber.
Of course, I read your blog.
God, you don't, do you? It takes so long as well. I'm so proud of it. Please, everybody listening, please read my blog. Matilda will tell us where to read the blog.
pole-ish.eu.
And if you want to write to me, you can either do so following a link on that homepage, or you can go to
peter@pole-ish.eu.
But for now, all you have to do is remember. We're not Polish. We're Polish. Cheers, John.
Cheers, my friend. That's fantastic.